Now, how do you share your amazing agents and applications that you've created? Well, right now you're in a workspace. And in order to add people to the workspace, what you can do is you can click your account, click settings, and then simply just add people to your workspace. Unfortunately, that does mean that you'll need to upgrade. So if that's something you want to do, you definitely can. And then you can add people to your workspace, provide them roles like editing roles that they can then take and actually edit those agents. Something else you can do, which is very cool as well, is if I go back over here and let's go to this agent, I can actually export all the metadata of this agent and then give it to someone else, and they can import it into their Diffy platform. And the way to do that is if you go over here, wait, no, sorry, it's maybe over here somewhere, right here, export DSL. Okay. So go ahead and click that. As soon as that happens, you basically get a result that looks like this. It's a YAML file. Okay. Go ahead and open it up. And this is what it looks like. It's basically a bunch of YAML code that describes exactly what's going on in the actual AI agent itself. So this contains all the metadata. Now, what you can do here is, let me just get rid of this here. What you can do is you can simply go back to your workspace. I'm going to go ahead and delete one of these things because I don't need them. Perfect. And then what I can do is I can click over here, import DSL file. And let's say if someone has sent me a DSL file, I can just go to it. So I'll just open up the same file that I exported, click create. And now I've created the exact same thing. So you can export and import DSL files to basically share agents and workflows you've built with one another. So that's one way to do it. Again, the other way to do it is just to add them to your workspace. That's obviously a lot better, but it does cost money, unfortunately. Okay. The last thing that I want to show in this video here, and probably in this module, is the ability to change the name and the emoji of your particular agent. So if you click this, go ahead and click this little gear icon here. All right. And then click edit info. Now you can basically edit the info here. So you can change this from test agent, for example, to something like drone manual assistant. Okay, you can enter the description if you want here. You can also change the emoticon to whatever you want. So let's change it to, see if it's something like drone. They probably have a pilot thing. Well, you know what? Let's do airplane instead. Perfect. We'll click OK on that. We'll click save. And now if I publish this and run the application, we'll see how the look and feel changes a little bit. It still says test agent. That's weird. Let me just make sure I completed that. Drone, edit info, duplicate, test agent. To launch, embedded, customize. I don't want to be able to do that. Let's do settings here. Oh, okay, that's weird. So I guess you have to also update the web app settings, maybe because we imported it in, so it already had these things by default. So let's do that in here as well. Drone manual, manual assistant. Okay. You can also do a lot more here. Let me just change this to an airplane. Okay, perfect. English, yes, change color theme. If I want, I can change the color theme. Workflow details, I can turn that on or off. I'll just click save on that. And now I'll click publish update here and then click run app. And there we go, drone manual assistant. So I can say again, how high should I fly? I'll then get the answer over here. Again, right over here, you should not fly the drone above 60 feet. Perfect. Now, what I am confused about is why it still shows me the robot here. Maybe it does take a bit of time to propagate through. The other thing I can think of is over here, if I go to customize, settings, I also need to change this as well, whether to use the web app icon to replace. Yep, let's do that. Click save. Yeah, because I want to make sure that this actually works properly. Customize. Yeah, this is if you customize is very cool too, by the way, outside of the scope of this course. But if you want to take this and have it as raw code, you can basically get the web app of this as raw code and then edit it however you want. But we're not going to be doing that. Okay, so let's go back in here, publish update, run app. And there we go. Now it's the airplane. Okay, perfect. Guys, This platform makes updates basically every single week because this technology is so fast moving. So things move around, things change, but I'm glad that they've, I guess, done this to separate this logo with this logo. Cool. All right, that's it. That's how you can basically go ahead and change and update the name of your agents, which is very cool, and also import and export and share the agents you've created with other people if you want them to edit it as well. If you don't want them to edit it, if you just want them to consume it or use it, then obviously just click Run App, get the link, and distribute the link. It's that easy.